another fine day here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I'm glad to see it as always. I hope everyone is well as always and are out and about enjoying this beautiful day, at least here in my neck of the woods. I hope you're getting some of this sunshine, fresh air, and putting in a little exercise. Putting in some good food into your bodies. And as always, I do have a thought I like to share. And it is, what's all the fuss about? Who's Jews, who's Hebrews, who's God's children? We are all God's children, right? Pardon me. And the script the Most High gave me when He gave me this text was the one about the children of Israel have been committed to oracles of the Most High. And I began to ponder over that thought. And of course I look up every word. And I looked up oracle. And it means a priest or a person who speaks with an entity. So with that definition, anybody can be an oracle. But the key there is the oracle of which? Elohim. And when you're the oracle of the Most High Elohim, and you're speaking His word after He speaks it into your ear, then there's power with your word, because He says in the text that His word will not come back void. So as I ponder that idea a little further, I started thinking about the people that's calling themselves the people of the book. And now they're more or less saying they're converts. But we know for a fact that folks saying they're the people of the book are not the people of the book, because the way the world is on their watch. But my main point is the oracles of the Most High. Who are they, and what's the purpose? And on further thought of that text, I saw the word committed. That means given with responsibility. It means commitment. And it says in the text that the Most High is married to His people. But in that marriage, we backed off our commitment to Him, if you would say. And therefore He caused us to be punished. And it's just like a husband putting his wife away. A little separation sometimes. I guess basically for her or him to see how good it was when they was with the individual. But that's a powerful thought. That's a powerful word, that word committed. Because with that commitment brings responsibility. So, now that we have established who the people of the book are, I mean, it's worldwide. People are waking up everywhere. And that's a good thing on one side of the coin. But on the other side of the coin, it's not so good. Because the whole purpose of being chosen to be the Most High's people is, like this script says, we've been committed to oracles of the Most High, Yahuwah. Pardon me. And like I said, with that comes a massive amount of responsibility. And it's all on each one of us individually. What are we gonna do about it? Yes, we're called as a people, and we need to unify as a people. But first, we need to unify with the Most High. Because like I said in the video before, identity without, and I knew that thought would come to me. It's identity without intimacy still means depart from me, or still equals depart from me. And what I was saying in that video, with that recording, is that it's all well and fine to be awakened, or are you woke? That's a good thought. It's good being awakened, or are you awoke? That's just like what my wife has a habit of doing. And it's so aggravating to me, but I just learned to put up with it and roll over and go to sleep. She hits the snooze button 3 times almost every day. And I'm like, why don't you just set it for the time you're gonna get up and just get up and go? Instead of hitting the snooze button 3 times, all you're doing is putting yourself in agony. She like, no, not for me. That's her thing, so I just learned to deal with it. But back to the point, I think a lot of us have been awakened to the truth, but we went back to sleep and we didn't capitalize on it like the Most High wants us to. And notice I didn't say wanted us to, like He wants us to. As His children, like I said, we have a vast responsibility, because we're the light of the world that Yahushua speaks about. We're the ones He wants to be the example that everyone else follows. And I do encourage us today to ask Him to help us to be that light, that salt, that example, that city that sits on the hill for His glory and not ours. That's gonna be my time. Stay up and keep pushing forward in the right direction. Shalom. What's the big fuss all about?